Okay, this is a short video just on how to create a drawing from a part. This part's a bush that was created earlier for another job. So with the part open, we will go File, Make Drawing from Part, and there's an existing drawing, but we'll make a new one. A4 ISO is appropriate sheet size, so okay to that. And there's our sheet size. So this has got a bit rough at the moment. It's showing the file name as the drawing number. So if we right mouse button click, go edit sheet format, we can access that. This part number here we don't want, and this one is appropriate but too big and needs to be reformatted. So we'll just drop the font size down to 18 point, and it'll probably fit at that, but we can also stretch the border out a little bit and reformat it. So now we can place that where it should be, and looks okay. We could put some notes in here at this point, but I think we'll leave that for the moment. Okay, so back to edit sheet, and now we're ready to place our drawing views. So from the palette, just refresh that. There they are. We'll start with the front view as our elevation and drag that over there. Now this is going to project in third angle, and the reason it's going to project in third angle is because that's the way the sheet's set up, and we'll have a look at that in a moment. But for this part, there's not a lot of point in having an end view. It's just going to complicate things because these are all diameters, so there's nothing to see from that or that view. So we'll escape from there. We'll just tick that off for now. And my sheet or my command menu is missing, so I can go View, Workspace, Toolbars, is it? No, Workspace, User Interface. Yes, okay, Toolbars. I could have also pressed F10, so if I go F10 it disappears, which is what I must have done previously. F10 again and it's back again. We need this to work from. Okay, so drawing, we want to create a sectional view. We can also go Insert, Drawing View, Section, either or. Click on that. It remembers where we are, where I was last time. If I wanted to create a section through here, that's how we would do it, but that's more useful. It's remembered that. So, and it's snapped to the center line, which is good. Accept that, and there's our projected sectional view. Now we'll just rearrange these a little bit while we're here, because we're going to want to put in a pictorial view. So if we go back to the palette and pick something that's suitable, maybe trimetric might be quite useful. I think I like that. And place that there. So if we wanted to, we could change the scale of that view. We can do this in any view. So if we go use custom scale, we can make that view half full size. I think it's okay full size though, so we'll leave it at that for the time being. We'll just say go back to use sheet scale. But we don't want another line drawing. We want what appears to be the actual part. And at the moment it's displaying using the central one, which is the default. We can go to a solid model. We can go to something that's not quite so solid. We could go to a view that shows the internal detail, but we're not really interested in that because we're already seeing that here. So that's the view that we want. So now we would dimension the job. I'm not going to do that. What I would suggest would be useful in this case, and this is a matter of thinking about the way the part's going to be made and the user of the drawing. They're going to want to machine the outside of this thing, and they're going to want to machine the inside of it. Now, depending on what part of the process they're at, they're going to want to use different, be able to see different dimensions clearly. If we clutter the outside of this view up with external dimensions, it won't be as usable for the person making the part. So, for instance, if we were to want to dimension this taper, go annotation, smart dimension. We've got 10 degrees there. We've got a diameter there. This was an imperial drawing, so that's why the sizes are a bit weird. And yeah, this was drawn as a solid, but it's actually a thread. So in that case, for something like this, I would actually use a note, and in this case, I think it was 7/16 UNF. Had I made the put a cosmetic thread in there as the part was created, it would have come up when we're doing smart dimension, but if it's not there, SolidWorks can't interpret my thoughts. And as I said before, we would create the external dimensions mainly on this part, provided it didn't we didn't end up with too many or too much clutter. As you can see, yeah, these are all weird sizes because of the nature of the thing. Now I'm not going to do any more dimensioning, I'll leave it at that. The idea was just to look at how we set up our sheet, where we get our parts from, or the different views, and how to make sure that we're in third angle dimensioning. So if we just get out of here, I'm not sure whether I showed that, if we right mouse button click, and we're not seeing the properties here, but get right out. And it's still not showing, but there it is there. So for this drawing, it's in third angle. That's the detail. So if you were to open this sheet and it was in first angle, generally you're going to want to change that to third angle. But if you've set your system up correctly to begin with, it will default to third angle. Okay, that's all. Thanks.